Alright guys, let's do a quick review of quiz 6 Centroid. Most of you did a very good job on it, but you need to make sure you're paying attention to detail. So let's start off reminding ourselves what the formula is. To find y bar, it's the integral of y squiggle dA over integral of dA. So x bar and y bar are the coordinates for the center of gravity of the entire body, right? And x squiggle and y squiggle the coordinates of the center of every single element that we're using within that body, and dA is just the area of each element. So in this problem we're only looking for the y coordinate of the centroid of the beam, so we don't care about the x coordinate. And as we can see, the y coordinate is referenced from the top. So if we start from the top, we make this our primary axis, and then we name all of our segments. So this is segment 1, 2, and 3. The easiest thing we can start off with is finding the area of every element. So A1 is just 6 inches times 2 inches, so 12. Area 2 is 12 inches times 2 inches, 24. And area 3 is the exact same as area 1. So I made this neat table that is very easy to organize your work in. So we just plug into the areas. The next thing we need to find is y squiggle. So y squiggle, once again, the coordinate of the center of every single element that we're using, right? So y squiggle here would be halfway of this rectangle, right? Y squiggle here would also be halfway down, so it would be this section. And then for the third body, it would be the exact same as the first body, so it's halfway down from the top. So here, the total length is 6 inches, so halfway down would be 3. Here, the total length is 2 inches, so halfway down would be 1. And this is the exact same as body number 1. So once again, you just plug in all of your y squiggles into the table. The next thing we do is just calculating the area by y squiggle times the area. So we just do 12 times 3, 24 times 1, 12 times 3. So you get this output here. And in the end, we end up getting the total. So you just add the area straight down and add the y squiggle times a straight down, because our area or our y bar is the sum of the elements. So y squiggle times dA comes from this part right here, and then integral of dA comes from this part right here. So in the end, all we do is y squiggle times a, our total is 96, divided by the total of the area, which is 48. So you should get y bar equals 2 inches. And that means our y bar is located 2 inches below the top of the entire body. So it's going to be located somewhere along this line, but we don't know exactly where because we would need to find x bar, right? And the thing you guys should have noticed is that they're giving you in the image that y bar is a reference from the top of the body. So you should have actually calculated it from the top of the body, and it should be 2 inches down from the top. Now some of you did calculate it from the bottom, and I was lenient, so I gave you those points. But once again, the center of every element stays the same, but a reference point is from the bottom now. So y squiggle for this body is the same. It would be from the bottom to the middle. Then this would be from the bottom to the middle of this body alone, and this would be the same as the first body, right? So here we have a 3, but here it changes because from here to here it's 4, and then half of the body is 1, so this length would be 5, and then this is 3 inches again, the same as the first body. So if we plug this back into our table, everything pretty much stays the same except for body 2. Because our y squiggle changes, it now becomes 5 when it previously was 1. So our total area is 48. That stays the same because area doesn't change. But because we changed our reference, our y squiggle times a is now 192. So when we plug it back into the formula, it becomes 192 over 48, and that gives us 4 inches. So that gives us a different answer. only because we use a different reference, but it's still, the fact that it gives us a different number doesn't mean that the answer changes. So it just tells us 4 inches above our bottom, right? So we go up 4 inches, and once again it's the exact same answer as if you had started from the top. It would be 4 inches above the bottom, so it'd be somewhere along this line. And yeah, it was a pretty simple quiz question. Most of you did well. Just make sure for next time you pay attention to detail, because they were asking for a Y bar from the top. Alright,